Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. Also on the live stream, as usual, here in Milano. This is Friday. This is the very last day of the No Code Week, 2025. Maybe next year there will be another one somewhere else. Who knows? I'm not going to do any teasing because we still need to recover from this week first, and then we'll discuss that. All right. Well, but something will happen probably in 2026. Okay. I have didn't turn this on. I have no slides for today, really, because let's just enjoy this last day together. We're gonna say goodbye. We're all gonna be sad. You know, it's the last day of the summer camp. We're gonna cry when we miss each other, but it's okay. So this is our last day. There is, of course, tons of content, but also there's a new pope, apparently. So. I'm sorry if anyone finds this sacrilegious, but we had to do the joke. Okay, here is all the content that you have for today. There is 5 workshops. You have Daniel from Xano, who will tell you about how to build MCP backends with MCP. We have Sasha here, talk about sovereign AI and low code, no code. Jin Long, who's going to tell you how you can make AI your lawyer, because it's important to have a lawyer. It's important before knowing you have problems and you need them. Noam, I don't know. Are you here, Noam, already? No, I don't know. So Noam is somewhere, is going to arrive. He's going to tell you about how to write scripts for a table. And the very last session will be our very own Sonia, who is going to tell you about how to build apps with Bubble. This is the serious part of the day, but it's also Friday. So on Friday, at the No Code Week, we play Mario Kart. So at some point here in this area, we'll be playing some Mario Kart in the afternoon for those who want. But people who register for the workshop, you have to do the workshops, then you can play Mario Kart. And then we have 2 talks to finish the week. We have Martino here, who is Italian, who is going to tell you about how to work well with no-code tools. And Claire is also going to share some insight about her career and what she learned outside of the no-code space that can be useful in the no-code space. And then we have the closing party. So we will all meet at 7:30 at the Apollo Club, which is close by, which hopefully will be open. It wasn't open last week because they had they got closed by the police, but hopefully they didn't do anything wrong last night, so they will be open tonight. So we meet at 7:30. There will be drinks, food, pasta. We'll try to match the WeWeb and Xano party, of course. There will be some surprise. There will be music. There's a DJ. Please don't go to her to ask your favorite Rihanna song. It's not a wedding. It's a good DJ that's going to good, nice DJ set. And then for people who really want to stay out all night, you can stay because it's a real club. So you can even stay there until 5. We'll provide the fun until 1. All right, let's go. That's it for tonight, for now, not tonight, for tonight also. I'm a bit tired, as you can see. It's been a long week. Please, Martino, join me.
Thank you, Alex. All right. Okay, so welcome, everyone. So I'm Martino. I do product at Musicsmatch, the company where I've been working for 13 years. So I joined the company at the very beginning where we were just a few, 10 people. So it was a startup and now is a small, medium company with more than 130 employees. So today I wanted to talk to you about our current mission. So at Musicsmatch, we found a way to make our business teams faster and more independent by adopting no-code solutions. So first thing first, I wanted to make sure that you know what Musicsmatch is. So please help me by answering these simple questions. So what music player do you use today to listen to the music usually? Spotify, Deezer, Spotify, anything else? YouTube? Okay. So it's very likely that if you have seen lyrics on Spotify or YouTube, you already see us because we are the provider of the lyrics, not yet on Deezer, unfortunately. We'll see in the future. So what's Music Match in a nutshell? So it's music data company. We are the leader in the lyrics content delivery. We have 12 million lyrics in more than 250 languages, and we have as a client Google Search, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Instagram, if you use the sticker with the lyrics, and Spotify. So we have more like Shazam, Amazon Music, iHeart, Tidal. So if you look how many clients we have, because if you sum Google clients, Apple Music clients, Instagram, Spotify, all the others, we have a huge pool of clients. We also have a huge database. So we have to deal with a lot of requests from our clients to then manage this big database. So a normal day in Music Match for the operations team or the sales team is to receive such a question like how many tracks we are synced or in a pool of 500 songs, how we tracks we match, because of course we have to match the catalogs from Apple or Spotify to ours, and the quality of the content or the language of the lyrics or the translations. So all these data are connected to the lyrics because the lyrics can be synced with the music, can be translated, and so on and so forth. So a normal like chain of actions is like this. So we receive the request, we open a ticket for an internal team to extract the data, and normally it's the BI team, the business intelligence team, or the engineering team. And after we receive the data, the sales team or the operations team can create the report to reply to the customer. But there is, as you can see, an interruption in the middle, because if you change like the team, you have to explain to other teams what you want to do. So meetings, there is a big context switch for them to understand, okay, but what do you want in reality? So you have to explain many times what you want. And it's very likely that sometimes you have to do something, change something, and so backlogs, so new task in the sprint. And what is like simple question is in reality a big problem, because, okay, this question is in wait because I open Jira ticket, I need to know, I need to wait an answer, even this one. For that one, we need to change something, so I need to wait something to change in the backend, or I need to schedule a meeting to explain what I need. So what we did in the past months is to adopt some no-code tools. And today I want to talk you about specifically Coda and NA10. So with Coda, we use it to superpower our document creation, because you can use, you can put data in your document. It's for writing document, but you can create tables in it and do also analytics and dashboard. We created our custom pack. Thanks to that, we can get data from our database directly, and the learning curve is really easy. So in like few days, you can understand how to use Coda to be more independent. So in the end, we use Coda for data retrieval and report creation. For NA10, we use it to automate workflows, combining different services such as Stripe or Intercom, other services. We implemented our custom modules, and we use it to get or post data directly into the database. So we transform the information that we need and we save again to our database. And the learning curve is medium. It means that like in few days or weeks, you can understand how to use the tool. And we use NA10, of course, for advanced workflows. yeah, so let's talk about Coda. So as I said, we use Coda internally for many things, but everything changed when we decided to create the custom pack that we named Domino. So we implemented this pack. We put our APIs, so we technically write with code the pack, and this is our engineering team did, and also thanks to Federico, who came to our office in Bologna, and so we put directly the endpoint, our API endpoint to the pack with all the security option, and we map the result. So then every attribute is matched on us, can be matched on a single column in your table. So to understand how to use the pack, I created like a very simple video. So this is a list of ID of the track that is a standard in the music industry, is the ISRC. So you can import our track column, and you can pass as an input the ID of the previous column, and it automatically in seconds it loads the track information. So this is the title of the track, but it's nested all the other information, so the artist of a track, and is already loaded, okay? And after that, you can go deeper and add and load the lyrics informations with the lyrics column. So to get that information, you can go back to the track column, get our internal ID that is called common track ID as an input, and after that, in minutes, seconds, you have the full lyrics. And with that, you have also other nested information such as lyrics language, or the quality of the lyrics. So what's the impact of that? So as I said, we are a company of 130 people, but the operation team is just like a team of 10, 20 people. And so to manage all the requests, we then have, we put on their hands a tool that they are using every day, and they call, like in a normal day, 80,000 requests with the pack. So it means that they can load in minutes a lot of informations, okay? So that's a huge impact. Of course, we speed up the process a lot. We made the 10x better the experience of the data retrieval. So what took days now is a task of minutes. So thanks to the pack, in minutes you can get track information, and you can know if the track of our client match on our catalog. You can get all the track informations and the lyrics information. And after that, thanks to Coda, you can create such a beautiful charts and report for the client. This is 1 hour or a few minutes task now. And of course, no tickets, Jira tickets are in the flow. Then we also implemented for more complicated workflows NA10, and we did with our self-hosted implementation with the SSO login, and we implemented both development and production environment. So for us, it's very important to enable other people to work with the great tools. So it's more important not to create like a beautiful workflows, but to let the people to use great tools. So with this setup, our employees can just use the company login to work on NA10. And also to improve the usage of the tool, we created custom nodes. Why? Because our first implementation of NA10 was like this. So this was like just an API of Music Match, right? So it can work like that, but we decided to make it better. So everything that was like a big workflow is just one single module. And we implemented a list of modules to improve the experience of N8N tool for our teams. So we have some of our internal AI operations and a lot of catalog operations. So now the different teams can combine models together and transform data from an input to an output that is different. I mean, in the end, we changed what was like a month's task in days task, okay? And they can like not only get data from the catalog, but they can also store data in the catalog. They can work on 1,000 records, and they can do like complicated data transformation, including AI. We also created our own dashboard that is on Coda, of course. So every day we download all the N8N operation that we do internally, and we can like show what we use on N8N. And as you can see, we have a lot of workflows. We do like 2,000 executions per day, lot of triggers, and so on and so forth. So, okay, I already explained you a lot of like tools and why we implemented it. So I wanted to show you like a real example. Okay, so end of last year, we received a request. So one of our clients want to transfer all the Indian catalog lyrics from the Romanized version on the left to the Romanization version on the right. So it was a moment where we were packed, so we were no capacity on the back, and we couldn't like put new task in the sprint. So it was like impossible to do that with the engineering team. So we decided to found our way and to use our internal tools. So the steps to accomplish this task was, okay, I need to download all the lyrics, 100,000 lyrics. I need to detect the language to do then the data transformation. I need to generate the Romanized version of the lyrics. I need to save the new lyrics in the catalog. I need to generate the new time-synced version, so the lyrics in time with the music, and save the previous version Romanized into the catalog as a translation of the new lyrics. So we have all the data. Again, what could we do? Okay, so I mean, the old music match could plan a meeting with the engineering team, identify what's the task to accomplish this request, plan sprints, and then involve developers. But what we did in reality was to involve the operations team and create an N8N workflow in 1 week, and run the workflow in the following week. So in 2 weeks, we transform all the Indian catalog, 100,000 tracks from the Romanized version to from the original script to the Romanized version. And yeah, so honestly speaking, we're not proud of the design of the workflow, but it worked. And we improved. So in this workflow, you see everything that we have. So there is, I mean, it's hard to understand, but there is Coda, because we use Coda to save the data and to monitor the trend of the workflow, because we don't want to like break the database. But in 2 weeks, we solved a problem that it could be like months problem in the past. Okay, so to wrap it up, what the takeaway. So now our teams move faster because we removed bottleneck and middleman, no Jira tickets, less meetings. So we simplified a lot all the flow. No code tool unlocks internal APIs, so we put the APIs in the hands of the team, and engineers create the API, then don't need to run it. So you don't have to ask an engineer to run an API for you, okay? And engineers focus on real problems. So skilled people do skilled work, okay? And tech becomes accessible. So full autonomy by leveraging the company's tech stack. So in the end, we put all the company APIs in the hands of all the people in the company, so that they can work autonomously and they are free to explore and to solve the problem also with creativity. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. As usual, Martino will be available after the talks. You can come to him and talk, or you can write him on his social media. All right, now please welcome Claire for the very last talk of the No Code Week 2025.
Hi, everyone. I'm Claire. Here. Yeah. For those I didn't have a chance to talk to since the beginning of the week, I'm a tech advisor. I work mostly with nonprofits or SMBs with a positive impact. But before that, I worked for 15 years in a big finance company. And I had different life in this company. Today, I will share with you 3 key insights I took from my previous jobs and that are, I think, meaningful when building with no code. Let's go backwards a bit. Before being a freelance, I founded 2 startups. It was really exciting. I jumped into building a perfect solution. It was incredible. It was an exciting chaos. It was just perfect. I had 2 beta testers. They break everything. It was perfect. It fails, of course. And the fun fact is I was journaling daily. And after all those failures, I take time to reflect on that. And I took my notes from the first day building those 2 startups. And what I wrote the first day was exactly what failed in the end. From the first day of my startup, I knew, or I had a gut feeling of what will fail in the end. So in no code, it's really tempting to start build something, the easy part, show it. You see, I'm working very fast. I did that and that and that. And not tackling the real problem at the beginning. So when you start a new project, just pause, take a breath, and think, what is the key issue that will happen during this project? Is it human issue? Is it technical? Is it a really cool beta feature in the product I will use? And I'm sure it will stay, but not. And how can I make sure this won't crash the project before the end? How can I investigate a bit just to make sure this part won't be an issue, or I have a plan B at least? So this is the first thing, because trashing hard work you've done for 2 years is very, very hard. Before funding those startups, I was a consultant, strategy consultant. And in my first day as a consultant, I was asked to write slides. It was a financial company, so we had lots of graph numbers. We had to make sure the total was the sum of everything in the page and everything. I spent hours building those slides. I still spend hours building slides. But my senior manager read my slides and casually change numbers sometimes. And I told him, why would you do that? You know, it's mistakes, no. And he told me, by doing that, we will start talking with the client. He will spot the mistake and feel comfortable to start ask us, modify everything. So we will really understand what he wants to share, what he wants to co-create with us. And that's something he called the breakable stone. I don't know why, don't ask me. And that's something we did very often. And something designer knew very well, you start building low fidelity mockup. Is that the name? Yes. A low fidelity mockup. So basically napkin draft of what you will build. And starting with that, if you are shown those little design, you can say, oh no, I'm not sure the button should be here. It's easier. If I show you the final product, you will feel like I can't ask her to modify everything. So with no code, you can just, instead of doing minimum viable product, you can start with a minimum showable product. Just show it and ask people to crush it, to modify everything. And so you will learn what they really want. And that's something you do maybe with AI. You ask AI to give you ideas and then you modify everything, in fact. And when you use AI, don't ask for photorealistic mockups and everything, because people won't be at ease to modify it. Before this, on my first day at work, I was working on a critical, very technical project. I was a developer, and we calculate the results for the group, for the financial markets. So that's something you have to be on time. And I was working at this position for 3 months. I had 2 colleagues. One was on maternity leave. The other one took his backpack and was somewhere in the world. I don't even know where. And it was a Saturday morning. They called me and asked me for a quick modification in the tool. And it was a tool that was very, very elegantly built. It was very interesting from an architecture point of view. But it was quite an old project, and people took the path to patch it, not modify it, but patch it. So it was easier, it couldn't break, and it was like a Frankenstein of code. And so I came back to work on that Saturday and start modifying things because I had to touch the core of the product. Of course, it was a nightmare. Nothing goes as expected. And I had to debug it under really hard pressure. For those who remember that we were in 2008 and it was after known at the Jérôme Kerviel case. So we were a week before the result publication of Société Générale. And we had to know which part of the result were impacted by what happened and how much will it cost. So it was really interesting because at the beginning, the project was really well built. And with time, it became what in code we call the technical debt. And that we also have in no-code. In no-code, it's easy to start a project, to do it, and then when time comes, to rebuild everything. But sometimes you have to make it last. You have to build things modular. So for example, if a part of the project is not available anymore, you want just to modify this part of the project, not rewrite everything. You want to write test cases. That's something that is really difficult for me in no-code. It's very difficult to have automated testing for the people writing, editing solution. It's very difficult. It's even difficult to have monitoring and alerting, to be alerted when something fails and to have a follow-up on what you've done and how you can repair it. So that's something I have always in mind when start building it. And remember that sometimes it's really very elegant to build something, but not it can't be debugged by someone coming up to the project afterwards, someone who haven't worked on it, and that's why you have to document, to explain what you've done, and to make sure someone else will understand. And remember that this someone else might be you, your future you, and it will be eternally reconnaissant if you've done that right. So today we are in a time where AI is challenging a lot of our work. And I think we have to combine the power of no-code with all things learned from other disciplines to make sure we build more professional, more resilient, more scalable projects, and make sure they will last and be future-proof and make sure we are the professional of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Claire. Again, she will be available if you want to discuss her all those learnings. We're finished here for the, so we have to say goodbye to the stream, of course. But first, I would like to thank you all for having joined us in this event in Milano. All our partners also who made this possible, and also Stan, who's doing the technical work, Amandine over there, who's done all the logistics, plenty of things. Sonia here, who's doing all those amazing social media content to make people outside of Milano live the real FOMO of not being here. Yeah, thank you. It's very nice. And goodbye to the live stream. And there is still plenty of things to do today. So